In recent years, battery-powered vacuums have become increasingly popular, thanks to the greater freedom of movement cable-free cleaning brings. But they come with compromises.
They frequently have smaller bins than corded models. They have limited run times because you're dependent on the battery. And on average, according to Which, they only suck up about half the amount of dust of their corded counterparts.
As a result, corded vacuums still dominate the market, with a share of around 75%.
So the question is, if you're one of the many people who want to buy corded, does a premium or a budget model offer best value?
Well, to find out, I've come to the glorious Old Savoy in Northampton. It's played host to the likes of the Rolling Stones and the Beatles.
But today's stars of the show are these two.
Our premium vac is the Dyson Ball Animal Multifloor. It claims to automatically detangle hair and has a post-motor filter they say traps 99.97% of particles, including bacteria.
It also rides on Dyson's signature ball technology, which they say should allow for smooth steering. But all those bells and whistles don't come cheap. It costs £379.99.
Our budget vac costs less than a third of the price of the premium machine and comes from a brand so synonymous with vacuum cleaners that it's made its way into the dictionary, Hoover. This 300 model costs £109.
Its swivelling floor head offers 80 degrees of steering, and just like the Dyson, it's suitable for all floor types.
To help test these vacs, I'm being joined by Sally Andrew. She leads the team that keeps this sizable Art Deco theatre, with its vast areas of carpets and hard flooring, looking pristine.
Ah, Sally, wonderful to meet you.
And you, John.
Now, I understand as well as being in charge of the cleaning here, you also take part in some of the pantos.
Yes, I do.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do. I was PC talking Aladdin.
Marvellous. Well, today I'm interested in your expertise in vacuum cleaners.
OK.
And incidentally, are you a corded or cordless person?
I'm corded all the way. If you've got a corded vacuum cleaner, then you know that you're not going to run out of power.
Now, I'd be really interested in your first impressions of these two vacuum cleaners, starting with this Dyson.
OK, right. Well, this is very nice. I like the colour. Oh, right, so we push that down. But I think this is really heavy. When you go to carry this upstairs, that is very heavy.
Well, let's move on to the Hoover and see what we think of that.
Now, that's much lighter, easier on the arm during the day, and then lifting it up, you know, I could take my cleaning stuff and the Hoover upstairs all at the same time.
For our first test, we're heading up to the Circle.
Gosh, there's pet hair everywhere.
That's because Puss in Boots was on here last night.
We certainly left a mess.
Thankfully, the rest of the audience were a little more considerate, so we set to work ourselves. Ooh, gosh. As did the special effects department.
What a right royal mess.
That'll do nicely.
Time to get vacuuming. And to tackle this mess, we'll be making good use of each vac's accessories.
OK, let's
Right, so,
see
are we
how we
ready?
get on.
Sally's armed with the premium Dyson and I'm using the budget Hoover. And straight away, the Dyson's tangle-free turbine tool is impressing Sally.
Oh, this is really effective. It's getting right down into the fabric.
But it's not long before it's struggling with the hair.
Look at this.
Oh, gosh, your
The fibres are collecting around here. So
Your
that's
pet hair
become
tool is
blocked
filling.
quite quickly as well.
Yes. Well, I'm having no problems with blocks. So I started off with the upholstery brush, which was doing a pretty good job, although I felt on some of the flatter surfaces it wasn't quite making the amount of suction I wanted. So I
Yeah.
switched to the crevice tool, and I found, if anything, that was a bit better.
So, a good start for the budget Hoover. Next, we'll tackle the popcorn, which has unhelpfully found its way down the back of the seats. Sally's premium Dyson comes with a total of 5 accessories. So next, she calls upon a tool designed for hard-to-reach areas.
How are you getting on with the flat-out head?
Well, I would like to say I was getting on really well with it, John, but look, it's getting very blocked up again.
Ah.
The Hoover only has 2 accessories, so with both of us running out of suitable options, we decide to remove our attachments and suck up using just our hoses, although the problems still continue with the Dyson.
Mine is completely blocked. See, look, the popcorn's sitting in the cylinder here. This is blocked.
we're blocked everywhere.
Absolutely.
Right.
So yours has gone straight through your pipe and everything?
Yes, I can carry on.
While it's unlikely you'd suck up this much popcorn at home, the Hoover is undeniably doing a better job.
Well, John, I've unblocked mine now.
Good. But in the time you've spent unblocking yours, I managed to fill mine up, so I need to
Okay.
empty it.
I'm having fewer issues sucking up the chunky debris, but I soon discover another problem.
I'm reaching the end of my cable.
Because the Hoover's power cord is nearly 2 metres shorter than the Dyson's, Sally can happily tackle the confetti using the stair tool, while I'm left floundering. I can't reach the stairs at all.
This is really effective on the stairs.
Yes.
And with the extra cable as well, it's enabling me to go right up to the top of the stairs.
Yes.
And with that, our first test is over. Which vacuum did Sally think performed best?
Personally, I would go with the Hoover.
Ah, right.
It only had minimal attachments, but both were effective. OK, so it's got a slightly shorter lead, but still manageable for the average side house.
Right. So, ironically, despite its longer cable, the Dyson has come up short. The budget Hoover delivered a better cleaning performance.
Now, to help with our second test, Sally, I've arranged a dance performance with a difference.
Oh, wow.
I'd suggest you wear these.
Oh, OK.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Dance troupe Born to Perform were semi-finalists on Britain's Got Talent. Their spectacularly colourful number will put our corded vacuums to the ultimate test. If the Dyson and the Hoover can cope with a stage covered in dust and glitter and a red carpet full of ground-in rice and mess, then everyday cleaning will be a cinch. Let's get the show on the road, and this time, to ensure we each get a really good feel for both devices, I'm using the premium Dyson and Sally has the budget Hoover.
Now, we've got to make sure we're in hard floor mode, and then I can get the choice of whether to use the rotating brush or
OK,
not.
so I'll move mine from carpet to hard floor.
And your brush is on all the time.
Yeah.
Off we go. So far, this is pretty good, actually.
Very good.
Both vacs are doing well, but my technique isn't up to scratch.
Neat, clean lines, John. Come on. John, you missed a bit here.
Oh,
Look.
where?
And I'm a bit slow.
Come on, John, keep up.
Both corded vacs use their spinning brushes to sweep up the hard stage floor admirably.
This is really cleaning well. I'm pleased with this.
Oh, I'm pretty impressed with the Dyson job.
This Hoover is really light, John. I like this
Yeah.
one. Easy to turn and manoeuvre. I'm really impressed with it.
Now, yours weighs 4.5 kilos. Mine weighs 7.4. It is fairly manoeuvrable with the ball,
Yes.
but you certainly feel the Dyson's weight.
Exactly, and you'd really feel it by the end of the day.
Yes.
How are you doing, John?
I've got my footprints everywhere.
A little bit of glitter goes a long, long way, especially in Pantoland.
You know, I think they're both doing a really good job, actually.
I think they are, John, yes, definitely. But yours is really filthy on the outside.
Something's blowing out
Blowing
somewhere.
it away, yes. Whereas mine is squeaky clean.
It is.
So it's a bit of a blow for the Dyson and a narrow win for the budget Hoover on the hard floor. But how will they cope with a filthy carpet?
Let's put them both in carpet mode.
Okay.
In carpet mode, the brushes are retracted, allowing the vacs to really get into the pile and suck up all the ground-in mess.
Oh, this is picking up really well, John.
Yes, mine too.
The budget Hoover's dust bin is 300 millilitres smaller than the Dyson's at 1.5 litres. Both vacs are filling up fast and seem to be losing power slightly.
Right. I think I'm actually just over the maximum line, look.
Yeah, I'm over as well, so I think we ought to empty them.
Yes. What we need is a bin.
We do need...
Behind you!
Oh, yes, it is. How extraordinary. That seemed a simple and easy process.
Right, come along then.
Yes.
It's essential that you don't overload your cylinder because that's when you get loss of suction.
But how do they cope getting into all the tricky nooks and crannies?
This is really doing well. So you can get right into corners.
Is the Hoover doing better than the Dyson, do you think, on the carpet?
It's certainly picking up everything I'm asking it to.
It's maybe you rather than the machine. But
Well,
mine...
John, you know what they say, practice makes perfect, and I've been
Indeed.
doing this for 30 years.
Yes.
Job done. The theatre floor is once more dust and dirt free. So, which of the corded vacuums does Sally think is the star of the show when it comes to value for money?
So the Hoover was the clear winner in round one. We
Yes.
then moved on to test two. They were more evenly matched there. I think they both did a very good job.
They did do a very good job on the stage, yes, they did.
Yeah.
And very effective on the carpet. But for me, still the edge on the Hoover. Did everything I wanted it to do. It was nice and light to carry around, and you weren't thinking, oh, gosh, this is really quite a chore. It was enjoyable.
So it seems to me, even if the Hoover wasn't less than a third of the price of the Dyson, it would be our clear winner in terms of value for money.
100%. 100% for me, the Hoover.
Yes.
Definitely.